Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and good morning to you, Mr. Sonderling.
Senator.
And thank you for being here. Now, you've talked a lot in various points, today included, about your deep respect for civil servants and for those who are career servants at the Department of Labor and the important work that they do there every single day. Yet, unfortunately, this administration continues to attack these workers. The Department of Labor civil servants received the same email as others across government over the weekend, telling them to submit 5 bullet points describing the work that they had done over the last week, with Elon Musk saying to them that a failure to respond would be considered a resignation. Now, this directive, and I believe this was the point of it, caused chaos, confusion, and fear for department employees. And the Department of Labor staff apparently received, because of the sheer incompetence of this administration, mixed messages from their supervisors on how to respond. Now, some managers told staff that the choice to respond was at their discretion. And so I would like to know who was involved in making decisions at the department regarding the guidance that was given to department employees.
Well, thank you, Senator, for that question. The directives that come from OPM, whether it's the guidance related to responding to emails or not, goes to the Office of Assistant Secretary for Management at Department of Labor, which is the HR department at DOL. So any kind of response or not response, how to deal with it, I would have to defer to the professional staff at the HR department in OSA.
Were you involved in that decision-making?
I was not, and I did receive that email myself.
Well, you are a senior leader in the administration on the landing team. Is that correct?
I've been in the administration since the first day as an advisor, correct?
Okay, and so how is it possible that you weren't involved in such a high-level decision as a person who's a senior part of the transition team? You've been there in the building, you've been a part of the landing team. How is it possible that you weren't involved?
It is a large agency, and there's professional career staff that handle various aspects of the department. The specific questions you're asking about go to the professional staff in the human resources divisions, which I don't manage and I don't have authority over, and I trust them fully.
But you were aware of these discussions?
I was not involved in these discussions.
But you were aware of the discussions and aware of the decision that was made to send this out?
No, from OPM?
From Elon Musk.
I was not involved in any of that. I received the email the same time everyone did on Saturday after I read about it on Twitter.
Which I think again points to the sheer incompetence. To have even sent the email to you says something horrible about the people in the building. But given the issues with conflicting guidance, which we now acknowledge, you acknowledge, that there were issues with this conflicting guidance since you yourself received one of the ridiculous emails, I'd like to know, can you commit that no one will lose their job due to perceived non-compliance with Elon Musk's order?
If confirmed, and I have oversight of the HR department, I will commit to you that our HR professional career staff will follow all directives and all laws.
Okay, that doesn't necessarily answer the question, because there are people who were on maternity leave who received these messages and others. Will you commit to protect those individuals who had no opportunity to respond?
I will make sure that the professional career staff in the HR department follows all regulations and all laws, and I trust them to do that.
Well, do those laws include collective bargaining agreements?
The department obviously has collective bargaining agreements with various federal government unions. There are divisions within the Department of Labor in that same HR group that handles all of those. They are the professionals in managing collective bargaining agreements and the unions, and I trust them fully to do their jobs.
Well, the reason I ask is because Ms. Chavez-DeRemer, who's here I know today, was unable to affirmatively commit to abiding to all terms and conditions of collective bargaining agreements between the department and agency staff, saying instead, I will work with the experts to understand the collective bargaining process at the department. So can you commit to abide by all terms and conditions of the department's collective bargaining agreement? And do you understand the collective bargaining process?
I am not a traditional labor lawyer, but I know we have a lot of experts at the Department of Labor career staff in the solicitor's office that are experts in dealing with federal government unions and collective bargaining.
Now,
and
sir,
I trust
you
them
are
fully.
a labor and employment attorney, and you were a leader at the department for years, correct?
That's
And you
correct.
don't know about collective bargaining agreements?
I know about them, but I would trust the experts who have done this their entire